update, Your Honor. The final plans and specifications were reviewed and approved on Friday of last week. So what's in this letter is correct. So we're basically prepared, ready to go to bid for the project. Lori, when she reviewed our application, will notice that there's this different paperwork that they want us to fill out before we go to bid. So what we need is a council to approve this loan resolution security agreement. And once that's done, I will get with Jose and we'll figure out the dates that we want to put the package out for bid, go out for bid, and then see what the numbers are.
All right.
So it's just basically changing one security agreement for a loan resolution.
Correct.
I move to approve resolution 2013-009.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I second that.
Motion by Mr. Hansi, second by Mr. Dahl. Any questions, comment, or otherwise?
All of the other, parameters that we were under before, they're still the same?
Correct.
I mean, I see it's a 40-year term, but can be shorter.
Can be paid off immediately. Yep. The
Okay.
interest rate was set back in August. The amount, it's just the process is a bit like pulling teeth.
Yep.
Everything has to be checked by them before we do it. So,
Okay.
Any other questions? You good, Roger? Anybody?
It doesn't obligate us to take it, this is just a formality.
we need that so we can go to bid.
Yep.
The bids come in at $3 million, we can say thanks, but no thanks.
All right. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes. Thank you. Let's move on to 8E, discussion on a proposed agreement with the affected property owners for the Pine Meadows North Phase 2 utility line extensions, Domin area. Authorization is also requested for the city engineer to complete the project feasibility report. Proposed agreement as prepared by city attorney is attached for your comments. See attached staff report.
Your Honor, thank you and the council for patience with this project. We've completed our draft agreement. We have several other documents that Terry has completed for us because we are looking to assess part of this project out. We needed to make sure that we were doing everything, according to Hoyle, and that they follow state statute 429 point whatever. I've outlined previously where we're proposing for the sewer and water line to go. It'll go down to John Donovan's property. What we have to do is secure easement from him so we can then bring the lines to the north. Eventually, the water line could be looped into the Himley Industrial Park, which would be good for water pressure and quality in that area. The sewer would be beneficial if, and I say if, it was ever needed for homes that are in the village up there as well. It also takes the vacant lot that Mike Domin owns. There's probably at least two or three buildable parcels on that, and it would provide sewer and water for them if that area was ever developed. Now, it's not, of course, negating the fact that there's other issues of concern up there. There's certainly road access for that area to be developed that would have to be cleared up, and some other things. And we still need the agreement signed by Mr. Domin, but what we need from the council is the authority to go forward, finish our plans and specifications, so we can get ready for a bid. We can hold the assessment hearings as needed, and we can negotiate with John Dahman and get this agreement hammered out. So you're not really voting for the agreement as you see it, because it may be negotiated slightly differently, but this is the framework that we're gonna use. What we are asking for is to authorize the engineer to take the study that he's already done and just go through it one more time and get it to us so that it's in a feasibility report, so that the project can be deemed feasible from an engineering standpoint. That then gives us the ability to go forward with bids.
So the line would go up to his driveway or just a little bit beyond? To the north?
We'll go south along the gas main that's down there.
Yeah,
And then right at the corner of his property and Mike Dahman's, it would go north.
so,
So staff requests that the council specifically order the city engineer to prepare a feasibility report for this project and approve the basic framework found in the agreement presented for review.
Couldn't have said it any better, or write it.
That'd help. Council,
so the monies involved are still in, not in limbo, but the
flux.
flux. There you go.
There's an easement that we need to acquire. That easement has some value. Question is, can we agree upon a value? And some ancillary issues of hooking them up.
So would there be any charge for him to be hooked up? Or would
Again, that we're not sure because it depends on what the value of that easement is.
Okay.
We have a number in mind. Sure, he'll have something else, so we'll have to figure out what's a fair, equitable number. If this entire thing fails, he refuses to sign, and we don't want to take the property, then our other option is that I will come and advocate to the council is to just bring a smaller line down to the corner of his property, and he can purchase a grinder pump, and he can force main it into that line. And then we probably will look at having to take some sort of legal action to force that hookup, stop the his failed septic system from continuing to operate.
Out of curiosity, what would be a grinder cost?
A lot,
10,000?
sometimes more. So we think this is advantageous for all parties,
I think so too.
but sometimes, as you heard earlier, it doesn't necessarily mean you get a deal.
It's the council's pleasure.
I move we move forward with this recommendation for the engineer project feasibility report.
And basic framework agreement.
Yep.
For option one.
Feasibility
Yes,
report and
yes.
framework agreement.
Option one.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Dahl, second by Mr. Hansi. Any question, comments, or otherwise?
Recent talks with John Dahman have been positive, negative?
Haven't had any. The last discussions that we had, frankly, they weren't very positive. That's why a show of commitment from the council would be helpful for me. And it has to be addressed, so.
Anything else?
Okay.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Opposed? And the motion passes.